You see, one thing too is that we tend to look at things from a general standpoint before we draw it within, right? We don't look at it from the center and then expand it out. But if we start to look at things from the center, from the focal point, which is the individual, then we start to understand our key role in how we contribute to everything that is affecting us, be it positively or negatively. Reason why I'm bringing this up is because a lot of times, you know what I mean, we want to point the finger at the government, but we don't even know what the government is, even as a body. We try to make it sound like it's an individual, and not to say like I'm siding with the government or I'm siding with the people. I would like to remain the common denominator. But really, we like to point the finger, but we don't ask ourselves, so what is the key role that I am playing in all of this? You know what I mean? What is it that I could possibly do to make the situation better? Or what is it that I'm not doing? You know what I mean? Always just talking is not really solving the problem, because there's a lot of people talking, and people have been talking since the beginning. You know what I mean? And if people have been talking and, you know what I'm saying, things seem to only be getting worse as it's getting now, then why is it that things are not changing? That means it's not talking that solves the problem. You know what I mean? Talking about the problem really is creating a bigger problem, because not more people are getting straight to the solution. So we need to not always point the finger at the bigger picture, but we need to look at ourselves in the picture. You know what I mean? Why is it that we feel like the picture is not conducive? It's not good enough. You know what I mean? From an individual standpoint, how can we better the bigger picture? You see it, and then from there, which always comes back again to self, the supreme eternal life force. When we can really come back to self, we're going to start to see that if individually we recognize our key role, then collectively we have already solved the problem. But if we want to make it seem like it is that person's fault, then we are just going to beat around the bush and go around in circles, and we're never really going to get to a final conclusion. But look, this one right here, I'm going to keep this really short and straight to the point. Y'all already got the message. You already know who it is. Your boy, the common denominator. We out here, you know what I mean? Y'all stay blessed where y'all at. And look, don't just talk positive. Become positive. Be positive. Don't just talk love. Don't just say love yourself. Don't just say love your neighbor. Actually really do it. You know what I mean? Actually step outside of the whole zone of what they're trying to define love to be, and really see that you are wonderfully made with the spirit of love inside of you. So you cannot be anything else but love. You know what I mean? Y'all stay blessed where y'all at, and holla. Subscribe. We out here. We running it. Let's go.